Hey, I'm Rusty Kath, and the Movicon.NExT platform is our topic for today. And joining me to offer his expert opinion is Emerson's Dan Sacchitella. So Dan, what are the major challenges your customers are currently facing?
Well, broadly speaking, in our industry we find that organizations have the resources to run their business, but struggle to find the resources to change, modernize, and grow. Think of it this way. It's very difficult to renovate a house when the kitchen keeps catching fire. The priority is always going to be keeping the house from burning down. Now, this is made even more problematic when customers don't have the data and the insight to tell them why fires are starting in the first place. And then the firefighters that know what they're doing, they keep leaving to put out fires at someone else's house, or they go golf.
I imagine a lot of homeowners would find that analogy relatable.
Well, I hope that they don't have as many real fires to put out. But if we're going to put this in an operational context, our customers are trying to find productivity and efficiency gains using very broadly defined digital transformation initiatives, while also working to maintain high availability, quality, and push the envelope with sustainability. At the same time, they're having to contend with aging SCADA systems, islands of stranded automation data, and a labor market that is seeing an entire generation of tribal knowledge going to retirement. And this is leaving a significant gap in operational expertise. Thoughts of growth, change, they're always going to give way to consumer demand and then reacting to immediate needs.
That seems like a lot to contend with. What happens if nothing changes?
Well, this combination of a reactive operational mentality with labor and technological constraints, this leads to smaller fires becoming bigger ones. Each event becomes addressed, and then resources, both human and technical, are put under additional strain until eventually something gives and the adverse event has a real impact. Think about the plant failure in Mississippi. That has made the water unusable for the foreseeable future, or the baby formula shortage in North America, or the numerous manufacturing and food recalls that we see in the news on a weekly basis. There's a very clear and tangible impact on people's lives when organizations struggle like this.
What is Emerson doing with Movicon.NExT to address this?
Well, a SCADA system like Movicon.NExT, which is an HTML5 based system that is hardware agnostic, is a way for our customers to connect the many disconnected pieces of operational data from around the plant. Now, many varieties of hardware and software can be easily integrated into Movicon, giving operations and management a clear picture of not only their plant, but its people.
You mentioned a clear picture. Is how things look a critical piece of Movicon.NExT?
Well, one of the keys to operating well is making sure that critical information is front and center. So yes, it is very important. Now, events and adverse conditions that aren't readily visible can have an impact on the operation, but they also need to be pushed to the people that can make a decision about it. So as the integration of new tools and data-driven insights increases, Movicon can then be used to move from reactive to predictive and even adaptive operations.
What are some other benefits of the Movicon system?
Well, with understanding the resource struggles that our customers are facing, the Pro.Lean and Pro.Energy modules in Movicon.NExT, which help with OEE benefits, or overall equipment effectiveness, and energy management benefits respectively, customers can implement these things with minimal effort and investment. For example, with Pro.Lean, you have the ability to deploy a quick wizard that gives you availability and productivity of a manufacturing line in 30 minutes. Going from paper production tracking to a modern interface that will generate clear performance reports couldn't be simpler.
What about Pro.Energy?
Well, sustainability is the byword of the day. And everyone wants to reduce energy costs, and it's not always as simple as making sure the lights are turned off in an operational environment, although that does matter. With Pro.Energy, you can monitor your consumption from a production line to an entire campus and generate reports on where energy is being consumed. Now, this can help you change the operational tempo to either work around the highest billable rate for energy use, and maybe even understand where you're losing energy in the form of steam loss or suboptimal equipment. Again, another platform that can be deployed with minimal resources from a customer. Anytime new understanding is gained, it starts to relieve that pressure. It makes things easier and allows you to take steps necessary to build a stronger future.
Hey, thanks so much for your time today, Dan. Before we let you go, how can people get started and find out more about these products?
With Movicon.NExT, Pro.Lean, and Pro.Energy, our customers can take the first steps to seeing their operations in a way that maximizes their ability to make the best decision possible. So please go to emerson.com/Movicon, click on the link to submit your information, and we can begin discussing how to solve your challenges.
And hopefully put out some fires.
Indeed. Thank you very much.